everyone on that B side of the map except for Jam Young, the star player, already showing us what he can do. One shot right between the eyes of JKS. The A fake works okay, but there are still CTs sticking around on B.
Oh, well, Config trying to catch a couple of heads. They cross on over in behind bench. Hasn't been able to get anything here. So Vici getting the bomb plant, keeping the man advantage. And this flank from Jam Young. But look at BliMF. He's still ready for it. Headshot in. And that's the kill pulled back. Complexity now in the 4v4 for the retake. They start to move closer and closer, but it's Zoking with a quick headshot. Goes in for a second. Zoking doing good work in this pistol round. And Vici, they're cleaning it up. Zoking's in with another one. And it's all onto BliMF. He's alone in a 1 versus 4, and the USP starts to fall away. Advent in with a headshot. Starting to set up some nades in towards the side of the map. JKS is playing up on top of the wood. He's got his teammate Poison back at CT. Has just been neutralized because of that smoke, but he's going to push through it. He's going to play a triple, and that connector play from Alman's about to be spotted. Great kill from him. JKS coming in as well, and now he can just start fighting down on towards Sandwich. Luckily, Advent gets that kill quickly, so the open Poison on default needs to come away with a double, and Advent luckily gets away with a headshot. He's going to fake tap and jump back in behind cover, but look at Config slithering in behind. They don't know he's there. Finally, they spot him, but it's the kill from Config, and Kaze just caught between 2 players. That orb come out for them. It's going to be this group up hitting towards the A-bomb site. Close to them is JKS just jiggle peeking for some info. As soon as he gets the info, he'll drop that smoke down. That's going to slow down Vici. That makes things worrying because they have used the utility. They're just going to run right through it. They don't respect the smoke. Flash is good from Kaze, and that allows the kill onto JKS. Good execute here from Vici. They're into the bomb site.
Couple of really nice mollies onto the site itself, which make a good difference here. Like you pointed out, a solid execute, using those mollies to make sure no one can push in, but they're still stuck on the site for the post block.
Yeah, and Config's just picked up his first kill. Zoking's out of play, and now 4v4, utility starting to come in. Advent's up at Tetris. He's got his teammate up in the palace position as well. Vici have a solid post plant into this. It's going to be difficult for Complexity to force this out. They've only got 1 flash left. They've got to hope for mistakes. They've got to hope they can force some fights, and that's not really happening. And when the fights do come in, it's Advent winning them out. Vici with a beautiful way execute, and that's going to be the round. They're forcing Complexity to save their weapons. Config's just hanging around trying to make it as expensive as possible. Does do damage on the Advent, and it's going to be enough damage to drop him to the bomb. Hanks the smoke off his body, tries to block it a little bit. And look at this. This is Complexity's mid-control strategy on the CT side, right? They're heavy in towards mid, and that is snappy from Config. Quick double kill, though, from Zoking, and a third as well. He's a bulldozer. The Chinese bulldozer takes over the B side.
They do still have that bit of aggression in some of their players, though, Dinko. It's still in them. Like you said, just bulldozing the B site in this round. And it really looked like Complexity weren't 100% ready for the push to be quite that quick.
Yeah.
And in the previous round, we saw Zoking doing something similar, where he went out way before his teammates, but that time he gets caught. That time he gets punished. This time, I just think Complexity aren't used to teams going in with a player that quick, right? The EU teams probably won't do that too much. But Zoking's happy to do it, and it pays off for him. He gets the timing window.
And he just kept going as well, which is the most impressive part about it. You think he's going to get stopped on the third, but he just keeps going.
I'll never count out a round where Config has a D. Although he is on the wrong side of the map, but he's pushed in the B apartment, so a rotate will be arriving to this A site to try and give it even more of a stack.
Yeah, well, quick kill from JKS once again uncleared in that position. That'd be one from him, but Jamyon makes sure the trade comes in quickly. Grip Molotov to force the fight onto Poison, and now Rush trying to peer over the top of the CT smoke. Was blocked, so it is a little bit off right now for Vici. And they haven't committed to the site because the utility of Complexity is keeping them at bay right now. Alman's gone back over to B to see what's going on over there, and Config's going to get the read on this. He's going to realize, hold on, the play hasn't been committed into A. I've got to go back and check out this B bomb site. And Alman now has 2 players over here he's got to worry about. BliMF has rotated over to Market. He's about to be spotted. A big kill from Alman, and that completely opens up the B site. Now it's just Rush over here alone on the A bomb site, but the bomb, it's leaving A. It's going back over to the B side of the map, and Config is up in the apartments. He does only have a deagle, but the bomb is coming this way, and Config could be a nuisance if he's in here. They might not expect this. They might run past him. He could take a multi-kill here. They're just running. They're just running right into the deagle. This could be an absolute nightmare. Config on the double kill. Switches out to the AWP as well. He couldn't quite get the third. Jamyon quickly on the headshot. Luckily, Alman still has control of the B bomb site, so they can get that bomb back over.
Rush realizes they're probably going back to B because they have all that ground gain, so he has to be aware of these angles. He has to be aware that Alman could be anywhere in towards this position. He's finally cleared it. He spotted Alman. It's an awkward angle, though. He's looking for more. He gets the first kill, but Alman's still playing that bench position. Rush knows where he is. Damage done, and he actually gets away with it. Complexity with a steal of a round. Config making the play, and Rush closing it.
That's a round Vici cannot afford to lose, but one that is all Config's positioning. The heads-up play through the apartments, taking a bit of a risk.
Fair few smokes being thrown into B. One also landing at top connector. Rush mollied out early. Smoke goes down, and Config does a bit of damage, but not too much. And now that Rush has gone down, Config has to be careful. Emerging through the smoke into the waiting arms of Zhouking. And I don't know if Complexity can even go for this. Blameth might look for a way in, but it's unlikely.
That was a really good round out of Vici. In terms of the B split, it was played to perfection. Advent getting a great opening kill, just cracking open Rush immediately. And then you have Zhouking coming through the short play, the smoke dropping back in behind it. He eliminates him. It was just really well played from Vici. A great round, and they even had the connector cut off as well, so those rotations are always going to be slow, even if they wanted to go for it. They're starting to take these kills easily. Poison getting a double kill. He's got another one on the exit. Poison's got the kills, and now it's just Advent. Suddenly, what we thought was a done deal is down, and it's all thrown away. Vici, it's a nightmare. It's a disaster, and that is where the discipline, or lack of, strikes Vici. We've seen some whiff shots here and there from all of the individuals, but here comes Vici in towards the A side, 3 bombing out of Palace, but look at this setup. JKS hasn't got a thing. Jamyoung's headshot's so good, but will they expect the ramp player? Will they expect Poison to be here? The answer's just no. He pops out and gets a double kill. That's the bomb drop. Poison going in for more, but Kaze finally getting something. Zhouking did not finish off his kill, and that could have been the frag that delivered them something, but it is all crumbling now for Vici. An unfortunate set of circumstances. A couple of kills could have went a different way. But now Alman left in the 1v3 clutch. Rush, Blameth, and Config. The bomb not in Alman's possession. He's got to go back and get that. Luckily, it is at ramp. And the only player actually looking anywhere near the bomb is Rush. And he's just sort of jump spotting over the top of Ticket to make sure that he gets the info if Alman crosses over. And once that happens, he can call to his teammate. But Rush needs to get the timing right. Oh. Now they start to look towards him. Alman's got to deal with more of the Complexity squad. Config at stairs, Rush now at triple, and in behind him is Blameth. A trio of players you do not want to face in the clutch here in Alman. Sound of the timing, he looked the wrong way. Config over the top. Vici are going to group up, the mob mentality. Some aggression in towards ramp again here from Poison. Will they be able to clear him out? Zhouking's just been incredible in some of these entries, though, so Poison's got a difficult task in front of him. Here's the utility starting to come in. Zhouking has got to be ready for this, but this angle's so difficult to deal with. And Poison gets away with one. He continued to spray, but they didn't drop down into him. And because of that, Alman's able to get the quick trade. Now JKS, just sitting at Ninja. Molotov's not spreading to JKS. He can just hold his position. Are they going to check it? They start to spam him away, and he does go down. JKS preemptively firing, but couldn't find the angle onto Advent, so the kill comes through. Bomb planted for Vici, and a 2v4 for Complexity.
They've got to go for it. It's the last round of the half, but they won't be liking their chances right now. Coming in with the kill. Blameth winning the first fight, but he's traded out by Alman, and Rush was waiting for another peek, but Vici won't give it to him. Alman is trapped. That could be a kill. Eventually, Rush finds it, but the time is ticking. Shot missed by Kaze now. Rush still looking for more. Gets on the bomb.
But Complexity now throwing some utility down. They did throw some utility at the beginning of the round to try and bait that response out of Vici. So that was always the idea from Complexity. And now they're leaning over towards B, and this is where that AWP of Kaze is. This is much more dynamic for him. Usually you'll see him over towards Ticket. And Config's gone through the smoke. There's 2 players boosting on top of him, and they've dropped down. That's going to be a sound cue. Now they're starting to run away. Config in behind them. Double kill from him. And that is a big worrying factor now. Kaze has to deliver everything. He's got one, but he needs much more. And luckily for Kaze, he's delivering the goods. He's going back for a third. JKS has dropped down into the site. Kaze hasn't quite seen him, and he won't be able to react in time. Blameth holding, and through the murder hole gets his kill. So now it's just Zhouking. Zhouking in a clutch. Fantastic fantastic in the first half, but not this time. JKS with a headshot. I like this mid setup between Kaze and Soking. Kaze passive with the AWP. They're going to let Complexity have mid, and they're just going to hold these choke points.
Utility going both ways. Config being denied an early chance in connector, but Kaze given the opportunity. It's such a tight angle, but he's not able to find it. Getting teased by the shoulder of Poison, but here comes Joking, waiting for the smoke to fade. Gets traded out quickly.
Good job picking a target there and just taking that one kill. And now Kaze is going to try and get something, but look at this. Blimev often in behind them. The lurks, they're not going to have an idea about this. There's no way, surely, but they're going to read it. And they turn back. They realize there was an opportunity for Blimev to get through the murder hole, and they take him out of play. Great awareness there from Vici. And now Alman looking for the top connector play, but good luck dealing with Config on land. Quick headshot onto the head of Alman. And Jamyoung now starting to come out of Palace. Rush has no idea. That's the bomb down. 15 seconds left. Jamyoung has such a strong position. They're going to try and molly him to keep him back as they get that bomb. But there's two players at CT spawn that can deny everything, and they run on in. Flash goes through, and Advent with a double kill. Lightning fast kills from him. So he's definitely got to be able to pull something off here, especially with his teammate in it towards CT. There should be a smoke execute, but Poison's going to just take the dry fight against the Opera. It hasn't worked out for them, and now Advent burning inside of the default Molotov. He runs back in towards Ninja. Rush should have heard all of this start to come through. He was up in Palace the entire time, unaffected by the flashes, unaffected by the utility, and that information is now given over to JKS, and he's going to get the kill. It's opened things up. As Complexity look to try and finish on the site, the kills are starting to come in. The A-bomb side is crumbling, and so are Vici. Jamyoung trying to peek out from CT. He's managed one, but he'll need a quick reply. And now the 1v4 is needed from Jamyoung. It's been a valiant attempt here from Vici. A great start to the game.